What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 112. My name is Brett, aka Enigma 9011, and today I am once again joined by Billy is joining the podcast once again. Billy, how's it going?
It's going great, man. How's it going for you? Thanks for not, blowing the cover there.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. If you guys want to catch this podcast live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Enigma9011, where it's live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join the chat if you're a subscriber over there. We'd love to have you. If you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. It drops over on YouTube and podcast services the very next week, where it drops topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, hashtag ad merch store. You get all of your swag over there, including the new Boom merchandise. You can get it over there. Rep the brand, support us, and we would love you for it. So yes, Billy is making his return today. And we have some fun topics coming up because it's Spider-Man week. Finally.
I can't wait. It's going to be a long, enduring week, and then it's going to happen.
Yes. So as of recording, the movie is going to be dropping this Thursday/Friday. Billy and I have tickets to go see it next Sunday, so we have a little bit extra time to wait, but we're so fucking amped for this movie.
I can't wait. It's come up so quick too, which is exciting.
Yeah.
But now that it's gonna be a long week before we have it. I'm so pumped.
So what we wanted to do to open up this podcast is obviously share our excitement for Spider-Man, but also we wanted to talk about maybe our final thoughts going into the film. We've had 2 trailers release at this point. I believe they have released the first 45 seconds of the film, which I haven't seen, but I think I've heard the general plot of it. And yeah, there's a lot of things revealed in trailer 2. There was more questions revealed in trailer 2. So Billy, going into Spider-Man, what are your final thoughts heading into the event next week?
I feel I haven't watched the second trailer since the night or day that it had dropped. Like that first initial day, I watched it with my mom. Mm-hmm. And I haven't watched it since. I wanted to see it when I went and saw Eternals.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But they showed the first trailer, not the second trailer, and I was upset.
Gotcha.
But I do remember when I watched the second trailer, I felt like my idea of what the movie was going to be like not drastically changed, but heavily changed into what I believed was going to be going down in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you have
I don't know.
Did you have a favorite moment? Oh, go ahead.
My favorite moment, I'm excited for Doctor Strange and Spidey to be together. Mm-hmm. And seeing them in that first trailer was exciting to see. Yeah. But the second trailer, I don't know. It feels like it's going to be like a roundup movie. You got to get them all together. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be, I'm not nervous, but I'm intrigued to see how they fit everybody in the screen time.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a delicate balance to play, because we've seen, obviously, movies do it well, and we've seen movies do it poor. The closest example I can think Spider-Man is potentially Spider-Man 3 with Tobey, where we tried to fit in Goblin, we tried to fit in Sandman, we tried to fit in Venom. We saw how that played out. So it is going to be an interesting balance of, especially now that we have confirmed with trailer 2, obviously Dr. Octopus we knew about from trailer 1. Goblin we knew about from trailer 1 with the laugh.
Yep.
We have potentially a second Goblin, which may be defunct. It may just be one. We have Sandman making his return. We have Electro making his return. And then we have Lizard making his return. So we're looking at 5. Now, that's a key number there, chat. I'm sure you guys know. Where's this mysterious number 6 coming in?
Mysterious number 6, eh?
Now, that could be interesting too, because we do have Doctor Strange in the mix, obviously not playing necessarily the role of a villain, but we have some butting heads in these trailers. The common theory to throw out there about everything Disney Plus and since Phase 4, it's Mephisto. No, I don't think it's that, but could this be a different Doctor Strange, after this spell? Is maybe he floating in here? I don't think so, because as we saw in the second trailer, he is trying to hold things back and hold things together.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's happening here? Is it the second Goblin, potentially a Harry, or is it, as we saw in potentially with Venom 2, is Venom making an appearance here? We saw something in trailer 1 that scares Peter from an alleyway that probably was edited out, unless that was Lizard. I don't know. Could that be Venom? But then also Venom's a good guy, so...
Right. But it could also be portraying him as like a bad guy in the trailer, playing like a little trick or something.
True.
Because that was summer. Actually, sitting right here next to me. I put these pants on today, and it survived my washing machine. I had my Venom 2 ticket.
Nice.
That made me think of the credit scene.
Yeah.
Which that was intriguing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna, and I corrected myself earlier when I was gonna say I was nervous for how they're gonna fit everybody in, but now like I just don't feel nervous about Marvel anymore. I feel like they just understand what they're doing at this point.
Yeah, and I think...
And I just sit back and let them do what
it.
they gotta do.
Yeah, and I think that's something that helps too, is that this is a Marvel and Sony relationship working on this movie. If it was Sony alone, I would be nervous, because once again, we saw Spider-Man 3, which, mixed reactions, but then we also saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 with another cacophony of bad guys, and their attempted plans at a Sinister Six then, with the post-credits, and technically the end of the movie, hinting at other villains. And it's just like, I'm glad that they're both playing ball, and I think finally they get it, like, money is to be had here. And I think that's why maybe Sony's being a little bit more open to sharing Spider-Man in different avenues. So, yeah, it does feel nice. And especially, we also have Marvel's experience with Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, Guardians, like these movies that have oodles of characters. They can figure it out. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see that. I guess the big question: do you think there will be other Spider-Men in this movie?
So, I keep telling myself that if there are no other Spider-Men in this movie, that I'm still going to thoroughly enjoy it.
Right.
So that way, if there are other Spider-Men in this movie, I will go batshit crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I think at this rate, it very well possibly could happen. But I don't know how extensive or how crazy they're going to be in this movie. And I'm certain it's not going to be for a lot.
Right. Yeah. The easiest theory to pull from that second trailer is they show up at the end. There's a couple signs that point to it. Obviously, Strange saying, "I can't stop them." That could be a typical, the chaos, we can't do it. More evil coming through. Or it could be them. Maybe they tag along with the other evil, and then, there's good as well. There's that sign. There's the sign of, obviously, MJ falling, and we only see a hand. I don't know if that suit matches Peter's, Tom Holland's. Interesting. I think I texted...
What if Andrew kills two girls?
I don't know if that's a redeeming
Andrew
quality.
Beefs it up twice. He beefs it up twice.
But yeah, I think I texted you after I watched that trailer. It's that could be his redemption moment right there. Give the other two Spider-Man, not that they're, marked in shame or anything, but for his own character growth, have him, his universe, this was a big fuck up, and now he can be there for another one. So potentially there's that. There's some other things that I'll keep to myself just in case you haven't seen it, or other people that kind of lean towards it a little bit more. But yeah, I agree. Going in with the low bar of no, and then being generically or genuinely surprised when it does, if and when it does happen. But yeah, we'll see.
We will see. But oh man, there's just so much potential for this movie. I'm so stoked for it.
Right.
And just like I love just not even like Spidey Man. Like
Mm,
I just love Doctor Strange like combat. It's
mm.
just soothing on the eyes sometimes when he starts doing some wacky shit. And I feel like at a certain point in time, he's gonna have to do some wacky stuff, and like shit's gonna hit the fan,
Right.
and he's gonna start doing some if you know everything's going well. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, it's good potential, and I'm stoked,
Yeah.
even if there's no other Spideys.
Right. Did you
You know,
hear
but if there
about
is, no.
Did you hear about the potential backup plan before this movie was made, or came to be what it is? It came out recently. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't think so, but I am interested to hear what it is
So the
or what it was.
potential game plan was similar to a theory I think we talked at the end of Far From Home. Obviously, we get the big identity reveal. Peter's, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you remember what we talked about
Yeah.
there? With someone showing up and...
No, I don't. But we talked about it on the walk, like out though, like while we were walking down the stairs and like in the hallway.
So
I can't remember exactly what we had said.
It turns out what we thought was correct. The original plan was Craven was going to be hunting him down.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a mixed bag, because like this movie is so awesome, and I'm like, what could have been?
Yeah, that's true. But this,
yeah,
that just leaves it for another time,
For sure.
If they wanted to do it, that means they'd do it some other time,
Yeah, maybe.
And if shit gets even more hectic in the area, and then Craven starts coming in, starts fussing about, that would be really intriguing.
Yeah, maybe he's the sixth. Just dive in,
He's
lion
the
pelt.
Or maybe he gets some end credit or something, because these end credits, they know that this movie's gonna sell, so these end credits are gonna be big.
Yeah, and I assume they're gonna be 2, because at least Phase 4 from what we've seen. So yeah, there's got to be something. I assume
hairstyles again? No.
The study? What? So we talked about Venom already. I think I have a thought with Venom. I don't think he's going to show up in this movie till post-credits. And it'll be like a buddy...
Okay.
Not a buddy cop, but like a movie with just Venom and Spider-Man. And maybe that'll be one of the post-credits where Venom will show up. And then we'll lead on to that. Maybe it's the next trilogy or whatever the fuck it is. Because I can't see everything fully being back together in this movie at the end. We know about the Doctor Strange film.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, we know about Doctor Strange being Multiverse of Madness. So, like, still has to be something going on.
That also goes along with how we just said post-credits are going to be big, is because they know this movie's going to sell, so they definitely are going to leave some stuff open, because a lot of people are going to have ass in seats.
For sure.
So if they set other things up, they're probably going to be like, oh, maybe I'd go and see that.
For sure.
They know what they're doing. It's all a big grand scheme.
Mm-hmm.
These mother truckers, they know what they got. Remember back in the day when Iron Man came out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. It's on May 4th.
Wow. What a journey.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait one more week until we can finally figure out what's going on here.
What if some Scarlet Witch comes in and just starts mucking about? No, it can't happen. Can't happen.
You're adding a whole nother layer of shit. Like, when does it become
So
too
many
much?
That reminds me of the What If with the zombies, where I was like, oh, this is really hectic, and then they run into Strange, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Scarlet Witch is a zombie, and I go, oh, this just got so much worse.
Yep. Yeah. No, we'll leave her in the fucking lake studying her books, causing chaos.
Yeah, doing nonsense that should not be happening.
Right. We'll have to see. It's gonna be a good time, like you mentioned, whether Spider-Man show up or not. Obviously, we've seen what we have in these first 2 trailers, and it's exciting. So, should be a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be more fun. For those of you guys who are watching this or listening to this later on, If you want my review of Spider-Man No Way Home and my thoughts of the film, you can check it out over on youtube.com. Just search Enigma 911. It's going to be dropping the Monday, the 20th. Yes, Monday the 20th at 12 noon Eastern. So you can check it out over there and see me freak out maybe about what happened at the film. But let's move on over to topic 2. Obviously, we've been talking some Marvel already. I kind of wanted to talk about some Phase 4 and get Billy's thoughts on Phase 4 so far. As of this point, Phase 4 has been kind of busy with the setting up of the next story. We have had a couple of movies. We're obviously having Spider-Man coming out. We've had Eternals movie-wise and Shang-Chi along with Black Widow. And then as Disney Plus stuff, we've had WandaVision.
Okay, so those, I was going to ask if those count.
I think so. I think they tie in, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had WandaVision. We've had Loki.
When to tie.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. What If, and now Hawkeye. Yes. I think that's everything. I guess Venom could be like a side tangent.
Yes. I just pulled up a little graphic here because I wanted to make sure, because I haven't really looked too far into Phase 4 past Spider-Man just because I've been so stoked for it. I've had a bunch of Marvel stuff. I've had it muted since Eternals.
Okay.
So, like, I haven't really been seeing much updates or anything like that on Twitch.
Gotcha.
I just made every time I saw like a new Twitter on like either movie,
yep.
I'd see what like triggered it, and then I'd add it to my notes, and then so I can like post it or copy and paste it in.
Smart.
But so like Wanda, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, Black Widow, 10 Rings, What If, and Eternals was all like the Phase 4 that's already happened.
Yeah.
Like the pre-Phase 4, and then what's coming up is the kicks off with Hawkeye and Spider-Man No Way Home, of course.
Right.
But yeah, we got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Miss Marvel, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, and we have a lot of projects confirmed for, I think, next year. But obviously some of those are still very early in development, like a Moon Knight, like a Groot series, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember those images I saw.
Right.
Or that graphic.
Yeah. So
yeah, what a lineup.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a busy time figuring out everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what do you think of Phase 4, at least from what we've seen so far?
I think what my personal most stoked for thing is, I said that sentence terribly, was I forget what his name was. I want to keep saying the Watcher, but I know it's not the Watcher because that was What If. But it was Loki when they went and saw the guy sit at the desk.
Wow, I just fully blanked. Kang the Conqueror.
Oh yeah, see, I was blanking too. Jeez, yeah, Kang. When they whip up on, I feel like they're not going to utilize him until like some random we have forgotten completely about this Loki series. We haven't even heard anything about Loki 2. Bam, all of a sudden this guy shows up and just completely messes up Phase 4 or something.
Gotcha. And
then that's when like we get like a Loki season 2, or like they start rolling out like further things. So like I have a feeling he's not going to be used until like deeper into Phase 4.
Okay.
But I am excited to see how they use him and how, because of that theory I think we talked about once, or I think you might have mentioned how it, like that scene with him at the desk and like he like stopped and was like looking around, that was like maybe connected to Wanda and that series WandaVision.
Oh, okay.
Did we ever talk about that or no?
I don't think so. I think that moment was just signifying like his realization of like this is the point of the script or the timeline, whatever he called it, like that he just was done writing. So everything from there was just up to fate kind of thing. But that'd be interesting. I don't know. I'd have to go back and kind of see, because
I believe the only thing they based it off of was like when how can I phrase this? When he starts like looking around and realizing that how you put it um, is the same exact time and same exact episode and timestamp of WandaVision, where she begins like she just beat Agatha and is like transitioning into like the Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
And as soon as he says, what does he say? As soon as he like finishes looking around, he's like, "That's it," or something. Or he's like, "I don't know what else is up."
Interesting.
I forget exactly what he says. But when he says his line, that's exactly when Agatha says, "You have no idea what you just did or unleashed or whatever."
Oh. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
And like if you look, and I think I remember, if I remember the scene correctly, when he was sitting at a desk, there was like that big circular like window behind him or something.
Yes.
I think somebody was saying like how it got like there was a few red beams, or there was a few like it was transitioning. There was something going on back there.
Huh.
But I know for sure it was the same timestamp, same episode number
Shit.
for both those series.
I gotta rewatch that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I wonder, is that a variant? Like, was Wanda not supposed to do that, and then her becoming?
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. Because I was wondering how that was going to tie in.
Ooh, variant.
To the rest.
Oops.
So circling back, you mentioned Kang,
Yes.
like when he'll show up. I do have confirmation of when he will show up, if you want that.
Interesting. I'll take it.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
See, that was at the end of the Phase 4, wasn't it? That was I think that was the last thing I listed, or at least on my list.
Yeah, they have...
The list I was looking at goes up to like 2023 or 2022 or something.
Yeah, I think they've released either a poster or a still image with a broken helmet, and you can see Kang's reflection in said helmet. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Quantumania, that sounds like something Kang would go fuck around with.
Right.
Him and Scott Lang.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Exciting. That'll be good.
Yeah, that character.
Have we talked too much about Eternals, you and I, at all, or no?
I know we saw it separately, but no, I don't think so.
Separately.
I know you were talking about the time jumps, just how they were storytelling, and you were like, on it.
Yeah,
I
was saying in like an overall like Marvel scheme, because like I feel like that just changed a bunch of good stuff. Or like, there's like a big, like, I don't even know, celestial in the ocean now.
Yeah,
like, that just exists in the Earth, and people are just okay with this. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Avengers are all right with this. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cleaning up or something, you know.
Right, yeah, as of right now, I don't know what the Avengers status is. I mean...
Does Spidey happen before the Eternals?
So that's...
nonsensical.
That's a big question I have in general about Phase 4. Is
it's timing.
The timing of everything. Yeah. And especially when we start throwing in... If we talk about Loki, we're talking about time variants. And then we're also talking about multiverses, obviously, with other films and franchises. It gets really scratch your head. Like, so like in Loki, we're talking everything full, so spoiler alerts, if you haven't watched these things, you should have left hours ago. So at the end, Billy talks about like Kang's thing. And I talked about the script ending. He's finished his perfect timeline. And he's bored. Whatever. And he talks about the different variants of himself. He was the best one. He took over. Blah, blah, blah. Made the single timeline. When he stops writing, that essentially opens the path for the variants, the trees, the webs of the timeline to go from every, different possibility. So it starts this. At the end of season 1 of Loki, we see that a different Kang has assumed control, and he is unknown. Loki's not known by Mobius, and I don't remember the guard's name. So, time is, what, time's a circle? I don't fucking know what they call it. But the gap between the ending of the script and Loki and the new Kang, there has to be a gap. Like, I don't think this is a 1 second, like, direct thing, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. So I think everything that we've seen else is happening in between that segment. You talked about Wanda, so I don't know about that. But like the multiverse stuff with Spider-Man, the eventual Doctor Strange stuff, the What If series, I guess technically, all these variants,
all the other miniseries,
all these variants of like, there's different Spider-Man villains. There's, all the different what if scenarios. There's fucking, I don't know, whatever they're gonna do. Like, those only happen because the timeline isn't pure. I think, if I'm thinking this right, like, you don't have the one timeline, so that allows for the multiverses. I think. So it has to take in place in between.
Wait, so maybe, hang on. So you remember, you got the brain sizzling now.
Right.
So do you recall in the last episode when, like, Loki and I don't remember if she's dead at this point or not, but they're talking to Kang.
Sylvie. Yeah.
Yeah. They're talking to Kang, and like back in the offices before like this new Kang has taken control, the normal. I don't remember if the normal Mobius is there yet or not. No, he's mucking about. So like all the guards, they're messing around because the computer is freaking out because everything is branching and everything's screwing up.
Right.
Could all that branching and messing up be what we just witnessed, I guess?
With him stopping writing?
Yeah, and like they're like, oh, well now, like, because like when they red bar or whatever, isn't that like a global like death or whatever?
Yeah, I 100% agree that is the moment. Like, with him stopping writing, it's allowing for that spread to happen. I don't know the exact implications. I don't know if this was just rules like he put and set to kind of scare them to get steered back on the line or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But yeah, I think 100%. He stops writing, no definitive timeline. There's your multiverses. Because he's talked about the other versions of himself and like how everything was multiverse, timeline, etc. But then he eliminated all that by, assuming power and being the ultimate one or whatever the fuck. So like with him stopping writing, it allows for these other events to take place of the tree branching. But then it's another question because, well, I guess I'm answering my own question right now in my head. Strange does the spell in Spider-Man, right? Does the whole hocus pocus, and that's where
brings him down to his little dungeon.
Right. That's why, like, he says the multiverse is open, or now there's multiverses. I don't remember, but I guess that's just like similar to how Kang talked to his other Kang selves. Like, that's just a door. That's like you're able to hop line to line, per se. Verse to verse. This is a lot of words I'm saying. I don't know. But, like, he didn't create the multiverses. He just is allowing a door into theirs.
It's just opened.
Yeah. For some reason, he's, like, pulling random things from other universes, similar to Venom, how he's like, what the fuck? Now I'm here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What if?
Mm-hmm.
How many Spider-Man? Oh, man. Here we go. This is going to be something.
Okay.
Try to follow me here.
Mm-hmm.
How many Spider-Men have we had? We've had 3 Tobys.
3?
2 Andrews.
Oh, you mean movies. 3.
Yeah. 3 Tobys. 2 Andrews.
8?
And then...
Into the Spider-Verse, if you count that.
9.
Right?
Holland 1, Holland 2. This would be the 8th Tom Holland.
This would be 8th total. Well, 8 total. Oh, shit. Are we counting Civil Wars? But probably not, right?
No. So
Okay.
it's standalone.
So if we're doing standalones, it's 8. This would be the 8th total because Tom Holland's 3rd. If you count Spider-Verse, it's 9.
Okay. I don't remember what episodes. I don't remember what episode it happened in Loki and what episode it happened in Wanda.
Okay.
But what if it was episode 8 for all of them, and then this is the 8th Spider-Man movie, and it happens at like 30 minutes or something, and at like 30 or 40 minutes, freaking Doctor Strange is pulling strings in the multiverse. I'm gonna start a timer on Sunday when we get in. I'm gonna start a stopwatch.
I just love the fact, like, if this theory is true with Wanda, I just love the fact that as soon as Kang stopped writing, shit hit the fan everywhere. Just everything went wrong.
And it would be even funnier if like that's why all these Eternals came back, like these Celestials are here, and then
Mm,
all of a sudden multiverse is opening and these guys are opening all up, and then oh man, it would just be nonsensical.
right. Hoofa. Man, it just really just makes your brain scratch. It was so much easier to explain things in the Infinity Saga. Now I gotta explain everything. It's like, oh. And like, okay, this is way down the road. If they keep making movies, where the fuck do you go from here? If Kang, like, Infinity Stones don't mean dick, and this guy controls everything in this timeline, what? What do you do?
Yeah, at what point does it just become you can't get any bigger, badder guy?
Right. Like, Galactus is the clearest, like, oh, next one, because he'd be big bad. But, like, is that the Celestial frozen in the Earth right now? Just because the helmet looks similar. Fantastic Four isn't even a thing. Did the Fantastic Four buy Avengers Tower? We still don't even know who bought Avengers Tower and Hawkeye. They teased us, those pieces of shit, but they didn't show it. Like, where do we go? Where do we go? And then we get the homework assignment from Eternals. Who the fuck are these people? Like, what? What?
No, it's getting hectic, but I love it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh boy. Okay, I think last question. Have you had a favorite series or movie from what we've gotten so far in Phase
4? 10 Rings was an enjoyable time.
Mm-hmm.
So movie-wise, probably that, but we've only had 3 movies to really choose from so far. Series-wise, every one I've thoroughly enjoyed. I've never been like bored in any episode or series, and I've been invested in each one. WandaVision was my initial favorite, and I liked it more than Captain Winter Soldier.
Yep.
But then I really liked Loki, and then I really enjoyed What If because it got so crazy towards the end. Like Ultron was just messing everybody up,
right,
and messing everything up. And then and now Hawkeye's been an enjoyable time, but I'd probably say Loki has been my top one so far. That one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree with 10 Rings. That one definitely was not like out of nowhere, but like they did a really, really good job with that movie.
Like I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, and I really enjoyed it.
For sure.
I think I saw it twice, maybe. No, not 3 times. I saw it twice.
Nice. And then series-wise, I liked Loki a lot as well too, just for like the implications. Like I think I'm more excited about season 2 now to see how things work out timeline-wise. Like those like last 2 episodes like really kicked into gear for excitement level. What If I was very excited to watch when it was first announced. It kind of fell flat for me. I don't know if it was just because they were shorter. I get it's animated. That's a lot of work. But like it seemed like they rushed through a lot of the stories. And especially in the very first episode with Captain Britain, Marvel. Well, not Marvel. Yep. Captain Britain. It was just, first Avenger movie point to point. Just that. So I was like, I get it, but so What If iffy. I'm iffy on. I'm more excited at the potential of like Peggy crossing over eventually to live action being Captain Britain, or I feel like there's another hero that's called Captain Britain, so that's why I'm like stopping myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be more excited with that crossover. And then, but I think overall, my favorite has been WandaVision so far. And I think that was just because...
that's definitely my close second.
Yeah, I think it was because the mystery element of like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, just obviously when Agatha finally is revealed, like, okay, this is things are problematic. And now, like, things are still problematic. Like, obviously, Scarlet is having a rough time. Is she a bad guy now?
Yes.
And then Vision's having an identity crisis in his new body. Like,
yeah, he just flew off.
Yeah, he's like, bye.
He's floating around somewhere about. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool to see that character back, but yeah, it's like, ooh, where do we go from here?
What does he learn? What does he do?
Right.
Where does he go? When does he come back?
Yeah, crazy. Oh, so we'll have to see. And I'm sure Spider-Man's not going to help with any of this confusion.
No, it'll only add to it.
Yeah, maybe in Phase 5 we'll understand what the fuck is going on or what they were doing. That's the thing too. That's the thing too. Like, how do they keep all this in track? Like, how is Feige and whoever else he's working with plan this shit out? Keep it all hopefully
I do not want to
line.
see like their whiteboard or their war room.
Right.
Like,
who erased this corner? That was a very important corner. Oof. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Nah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, everybody.
So pumped to see the movie.
Oh yeah, very excited. Everybody, this has been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast.
Wait.
What? Episode 112. My name is Bret, aka Enigma9011, and today I was joined by Billy, aka BHank82. Once again, Billy, thanks for hopping on, man. It means a lot.
Hey, of course. I'm glad I could hop on.
Yeah, very excited to watch some Spider-Man with you next Sunday. Super stoked.
Yeah, I got a Spider-Man shirt on my Discord.
There you go.
I just saw it right now.
Yeah, I can see it right now. Oh, wait. That's more than a shirt. Oh. If you want to catch this podcast live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Enigma911 every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can join the chat and the conversation if you're a subscriber over there. We'd love to have you. If you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. It's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video in MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday on YouTube and podcast services. Last but not least, #add merch store. Get all of your swag over there, including the new Boom merch. Grab a t-shirt, grab a mug, and we would love you for it. Billy, thanks for hopping on again, man. Means a lot.
Absolutely. Always love to come on and chat with you, buddy.
Yes. We'll definitely have to follow up maybe a little bit down the road and see how the story has unfolded in the Marvel Universe.
I don't think we're still as confused as we are right now.
Yeah, see if we were right about anything and see how many wrong things we talked about. Yes. Chat, viewers, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving it a listen, and we will see you guys on the next one. Take care.